I'm going to turn down my TV just a bit, down to 8. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about, because the first thing, field trip thing our school did, sorry, I'm just weird, our school did was go to Camp Rockin' Roosevelt. We spent 3 nights, 3 nights, 4 days. So, first day hiking, this was a doozy. Yeah. Yeah, you'll get why I'm talking like this. Yeah. Okay, so we hike it. Takes us about 5 hours. Very short. It was a very short hike. We got lost on top of Black Cat for a little bit, maybe just like an hour. Then we got our compass bearings, the blueberry field, which was 260. Okay, and we had our trusty Speeding Gonzales lead us bushwhacking through the woods and get us lost. Now, we were all tired, we were all mad, we were all hungry, and so once we got there, sigh of relief, because we had dinner at 4 or 5. We had lasagna and mac and cheese, which was quite interesting. After the quote, we all ate, we went out and we did the Mike Howe show, which all I can say is I don't like being blindfolded. Yeah, it's not fun. No. And so we had this huge fire. Then we all went to our cabins, which I was bunking with 3 of my good friends, Gabby, Sydney, and Kaya. Now Sid, she didn't feel good. She went to bed right away. The other girls next to us in the cabin, oh my gosh, I don't even remember their. Oh, it was someone. It was the popular group. They were yelling until like 12, which we had no lights. I had was a flashlight. I had a flashlight, and it died. And so I'm just sitting there, and I'm looking out, because the cabin just has a screen. And so I'm looking out, and all I hear is laughing, 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 and they're spraying perfume everywhere. And so I decide, you know what? They're getting ready to set off red. They're getting quieter. I'm gonna walk out. So I walk out in the dark. I trip over a rock. There's like boulders everywhere, and I tripped over one. It's and I fell into the face, but it took me a minute because I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't see. You can't see, like, if your hand is this far, you couldn't see it. That's how dark it was. You couldn't even see the moon. That's how dark it was. Explaining. Okay, so I go on. I knock on each cabin, and I went into one because I was heading back to my cabin, but I couldn't figure out which one was mine. So I just opened it. I had to look around real quick. So I opened one, and someone opened it. When I opened it up, they're just like, "Hello?" And I didn't do anything. I just ran. And I finally reached my cabin after a few minutes. And yeah. And so in the morning, everyone's like, something was getting into our cabins. Something was getting into our cabins. So it was like, yeah. I failed to tell that it was me till the end of Roosevelt. I was, I was the show. And so the boys slept very well up at the boys' cabins. They slept like little babies. They had cabinets. We had wood to sleep on. Wood. Okay, wood. And they had mattresses, cabinets, and stuff. And so we all get down. We have this awesome campsite because it has this great fire and it has this huge boulder that you can just free climb on. It's so much fun. And yeah, I'm pretty random. So we get down for a second day. We do this thing called the Zen Swim where you go into this freezing cold lake and you walk in and say something like, "Oh my gosh, I forgot what we said." I think we said YOLO or something because we were all cold. We were all in bathing suits and we were done. It was early. It was like 6. We were done. Thinking the second night after that whole day, the second day was just full of like team building games. And so the second day was, oh my god, it was, I don't even remember. Then the night, that was okay. We went on a night hike, and that was pretty cool. We did some games first so we could adjust to the dark. And Keegan, cheating was fun. Cheating was fun. So night hike comes. We do this solo night hike where you can't see anything. You're not allowed to have a light or anything. You just have to walk through this trail aimlessly to anywhere oblivious to where you're going. So I walk, and Colleen's like, I'm scared, and I'm like, okay, I'll wait down by the corner for you. He waits until he can't hear you walking anymore, the teacher, to let you go. And I'm like, okay, I'll wait down there, and we'll walk together. And so I wait down there, and all of a sudden I hear this stump, 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 stump. And all of a sudden I don't laugh right away, but I'm just like, oh my god. And then there's Colleen, and she's stumbling everywhere. And so we walking down, we're talking, and then Max catches up to us. I don't know who was behind Max. It was like Taylor or something. I don't know who it was. And they catch up behind us, and they're like, "Really, you guys, really?" And then we were all laughing about it. And all of a sudden, the other class jumps out and scares the shit out of us. And I'm just like, I'm done. We were all tired. Even some people were so tired. Like if you scared them, they were done. They would cry because they're just done. Then second night was the last night in the cabin. The third night, or the third day, we did we learned how to do like a few tarp. You got a 7 by 6 tarp and like maybe 20, 30 feet of rope, I guess. I don't know how long the rope was. And so I think it was like 20. And so we did this and everything. And they taught us how to build like special, like all these fancy little tarp things. 'Cause you just went off in the woods and you were 100 yards away from each other, like a football field length sometimes. But my friend Gabby and I, we were more experienced, so you say, so they put us farther away from everyone. And so Gabby and I were kind of close together. So we get it set up. I just built a simple A-frame, you know. Yeah, A-frame. And so Colleen and I were joking around when they were taking us to our campsites early in the morning to see them. I had this awesome campsite. It was so awesome. And there was like these two trees, perfect, and I just, yeah. And so, um, Colleen and I were talking, we're just like, we're not even gonna build anything. Like, this is our first day, we're not even gonna build anything. And this is how I you roll yourself up. And you'll get why I say that. And so we roll ourselves up. I mean, you get in your sleeping bag, you put everything you need in sleeping bag, hairbrushes, deodorant, whatever, snacks, whatever. And you put your pillow in there, you get in there, you lay on your tarp, and you roll yourself up. Okay? Yeah. That's what we're planning on. And you know what that's called? It's from Twain's. It's a bad bitch burrito. Okay? Okay. Look up Twain's Vibes. He's pretty cool. And then Colleen and I were joking around off another quote of a vibe. So, let's all have a moment of silence for everyone who's not a hoe in our school yet. Damn, that was a short moment. Everyone's a hoe. That was like, that's not you guys. That's like our school. And so we were joking around about that. Then came the solo night after we had dinner and everything. I went. I was pretty happy. I was exhausted. I just wanted to fall asleep. After midnight, it was silent. Everything was quiet. All you could hear was the coyotes walking around and howling, and that was actually quite relaxing. I liked hearing the coyotes. Then you finally realize that the coyotes were less than 30 yards away. That's when you don't like it. So that's when you just get in your sleep bag and you're just like, fall asleep now, fall asleep now. Twirl the hair, twirl the hair, twirl the pigtail. Okay, sorry, something else. And so, yeah, so I finally fall asleep and I keep waking up and I feel this rummaging under me. So I look under me. It's a freaking mouse nest. There was babies, there was big ones, there was just every sort of size you could imagine of mice. And after I shooed them away, because it was like a nest, like it was their home, so you say. I slept on their home. I was the hurricane of Katrina. I don't know where it's going with that. And so there was this one mouse that wouldn't move. It was a pretty fat mouse. He was fat. He was like that big around, and his head was only like that big. He was fat. Like that. Don't pay attention to that. That was bad. Just like too tall. And so how did I just messed up on that? Is it like this or something? Is that how you do it? Like superstar? It's the other way around. like superstar or something like that. I don't know. And so yeah, so the mouse would not move, so I just finally fell asleep. And I wake up to Gabby tapping me, and it was supposed to be completely silent. She weren't allowed to talk to each other. Gabby tapped me. She's going like this. She's going like this. And all of a sudden, I'm like, because I was angry. I wanted to sleep, and I just got to sleep. And apparently, a squirrel got. It was a really fat gray squirrel. Got into her cabin thing. Hers was pretty awesome. It was like decked out. It got into her thing. She's freaking out, and I'm just like, get in there, it'll move eventually. And so she sleeps, she comes back, and then this girl, Colleen, she gets attacked by a squirrel. A squirrel attacked her. She had bite marks, scratches everywhere. I'm not gonna get into that. And so yeah, I probably you guys don't want to hear me ramble on. And so you roll yourself up. And so yeah, that was a pretty fun experience. And then we went home. We were all tired. We all didn't want anything to do. Then there was one picture that one of the phys ed teacher got of me. This is the most embarrassing picture. I was over by the fire, and it was the day before the night, before the solo night. It was that day, and I'm just like, and he's just like, he got that picture and he posted it on the wall on like Facebook and stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god. And so yeah, but it was pretty funny. It was all good. So sorry for rambling on, but okay, you two, goodbye. I meant to do a peace sign, but that just came out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bye, you two. Superstar.